Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Eastern Central Racing Association. Here we are, round number 10 at Daytona International Speedway. Boy, they got a beautiful night out there for racing tonight. 79-degree air temperature. Winds are 2 miles an hour, and the track temperature is 122 degrees. And let's see, tonight they were actually running the 75% fuel, as many tires as they want. Only one fast repair and 2 green-white checker attempts for 60 laps here at this 2.485-mile facility. As always, thank you for joining us on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, and click notifications if you want to know whenever we go live. And let's see, before we head down on track, give a shout out to our broadcaster sponsor, of course. That's ButtKicker. Don't forget to check out their link in the description. ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. And we also, before we head down to the track, let's take a look at the standings as they are right now. Justin Lesher, he's 43 points ahead of Brian Kozad. Matthew Dunn, he's on the move up 2 positions into the 3rd spot. He actually bumped Tyler Powers down 1 spot into 4th position. Matthew Chase also lost a position. Then we have a couple of more movers there. Corey Boone up 2 in the 6th. Travis Kwaswinski, he'd missed a couple of races, and he's starting to bounce back. Now 3 positions up into that 7th position. Danny Foster, he lost a position down to 8th. Garrett Kaiser is still in 9th position. Probably one of the biggest falls in the top 20 there is Stephen McComas. He fell 4 positions to the 10th spot. And you can continue to look on down the order there and see where your favorite driver is in the top 20 there. And so still a lot of racing to go. And anything can happen, folks. And let's see. Let's take a look at that timing tower again. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. Let's head on down on the track here and see who's out there. I think there's Shane Christie running along by himself at the moment. He's currently 6th fastest, 47.715. Most likely got that time in a draft. You see his last lap was 49.3. And goes to show you just how much slower you are by yourself out on one of these plate tracks here, such like Daytona and Talladega. See who else is out there. There's the 50 of Danny Foster. So far, he's logged the 8th fastest time. Justin Lesher, he's currently 10th fastest, a 48 seconds flat. And he looked like he just posted his fastest time so far, and he may be just getting ready to get out there, try to get in the draft here with somebody. I'm sure he can trim almost a second off of that time. Just needs to get out there and get some drafting help. Let's see who else is out there. John Hopley, he's having a good race last week. He's currently 13th quickest at 48.087. Who else do we see out there? There's Braxton Sponsler. And we don't have a time for him yet, so it looked like he might have just got on track and does not have a hot lap posted yet. He's running by himself, so that won't really be able to tell anything from that time there. That is a 49.158, but of course he would be able to go faster in the draft. And of course, those are the kind of times you'll be seeing when they qualify anyway, times that are much slower than what they will be running in the actual race. Let's see, who else is out there? Not too many more folks are out on track right now. We're showing about 23 cars in the server, and but not too many folks on track at the moment. We have less than they've had an hour of practice, and we got about less than 4 minutes to go now before we go to qualifying, and so just about everything that the guys are going to do, it's a fixed setup league, but they have some little adjustments that they can make here and there, either to their own wheel settings, or there's 2 or 3 little settings they can adjust in the fixed setup to get the feel that they want for the race. And but they're probably at this point are happy with what they're going to go with as far as the race is concerned, except for like say Braxton Sponsler. He might have been one of the guys that got in late and decided to go ahead and but get out there and try to turn as many laps as possible with the time remaining. So as we wait for the countdown clock to count down to 0, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back. Hey, you're watching Eastern Central Racing Association race number 10 here at Daytona Motor Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Ryan. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we are back, and right around 20 seconds to go here. We're riding along there. Who's that? Justin Williams. Putting in a little time in here. 47.568, his best time. Can't tell who that is behind him there. And somebody's smoking going down the backstretch. And the old clock on the wall is come to 0, so now the track is going to clear, and we are going to roll over to qualifying here. Now we're going to wait for you guys to come out on track here. Of course, you know it's private qualifying, so you can only see one car at a time. And as we see some guys, okay, there he goes. Is that Braxton? No, that's Justin Williams, my bad. He's heading right on out. He's probably not alone either. I think that right now we're showing 2 or 3 other guys making his way out onto the track. Have to be careful not to go up above the line until you pass that blue cone. Otherwise, it'll be a penalty for you. It does take a couple of laps to get these cars wound up, so as long as they don't touch the wall or go off track, you know, on that first hot lap, it'll probably be their second hot lap to get their best time. Making his way around, and See how long it takes for them to make a circuit here, getting ready to cross the line here. Actually, I think he already crossed the line to start his first hot lap. He's going down the backstretch there. Getting ready to head into turn 3. So far, so good. Holding a nice steady line there, coming out of 4. Here he comes to the line. Let's see what he gets for his first hot lap. You see Kozad on the board already with a 49.1. Williams will have post a 49.329. Right now, that's 6th fastest. Jeff Carter, he's on his second hot lap. He's currently in that 3rd position. Well, he just got bumped to 4th by Kraswinski there. Currently running a 49.149. Travis Kraswinski, he's also on his second hot lap. Trying to improve from that 3rd spot there. Of course, everybody on track at the same time. It will not take them long to get all of their qualifying laps in. He crosses the line. He shuts it down in a hurry. And he remains 3rd fastest, by the way. Brian Kozad, he's done. Looks like he's still 2nd fastest. Let's see. Anybody else still running here? There's Corey Boone. Currently 12th. Did he improve his time? Yes, he did. He went up to 8th fastest of 49.162. 3 minutes into our 5-minute qualifying session. Let's see who else is out there. There's Matthew Dunn, currently 18th fastest. And he just improved up to 15th, 49.245. How about the 11 there? Levi McFarland, currently in the 18th position of 49.444. See if he can improve on that 18th starting position. Now, I didn't notice it this time. Sometimes I've seen guys qualify and they'll stay on that high line all the way around on that first lap, and I didn't really catch any of the other cars when they started their first hot lap. Would have been curious to see if they started high instead of going low. Did he? Actually, he's 19th quickest right now, but he does move back to the 18th position, so he did get his position back. And as we get ready to roll over to the start of the race, we'll go ahead and pause a moment here for our national anthem. Okay, folks, cars are starting to line up here on pit road. At least I think they should be coming out. There they go. And as they're starting to grid up here, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup. And on the pole, how about that? John Hopley is your pole setter. That's 49.014. Craig Martin will start 2nd position. And 3rd is Brian Kozad. Danny Foster starting 4th. Travis Kwizwinski in the 5th position. Starting 6th will be Justin Lesher. 7th, Garrett Kaiser. Brian Dobert, 8th position. Jeff Carter 9th. Nathan Aldrich rounds out your top 10. Then we have Corey Boone 11th, Braxton Sponsler in 12th position. 13th will be Stephen McComas. Shane Christie will be in that 14th spot, followed by Bob Johnson 15th. Kyle Boone in the 16th position. Justin Williams 17th. Then we have Matthew Dunn 18th. 19th will be Levi McFarland. David Meacham will round out your top 20, followed by Matthew Chase in the 21st position, and Travis Eccles on the 22nd spot. 22 car field here tonight, folks. And John Hopley will be leading the way here at the start. This is the first time I've seen John at the pole position this season. You know, he has been having some good runs. He's been running up there in the top 5 and in the top 10, and put out a good lap time there. Let's, cause you know, in these plate tracks, you know, it's all about that drafting and who's going to work with you and everything. And let's see if he's got maybe Kozad will work with him here at the beginning. You know, we got Martin there and Foster. How about old Foster, Danny Foster there, starting in that 4th spot. Good to see him up there. See what he can do with that 50 car. And making their way out of turn 4. Pace car will be heading off any moment now on the pit road.
Green flag,
And
green flag.
we've got a green flag, and we're racing here at Daytona. We're in the top 6. They're right there. Everybody's right there, really. Getting away cleanly. Everybody getting up to speed. Oh, got a wreck happening back there. Big pile up. Oh, is this going to bring out a caution? Nathan Aldrich, he's one of the guys involved. Looks like he's able to continue. Oh, he's got a bit of damage. He's going to probably have to use that faster repair. You know,
Caution, yellow
if
flag.
that caution does indeed come out, so that, I guess, eventually did trigger the caution. Either that or they've got somebody working race control and they decided to throw it. But he might have been going, I think Aldrich might have been going slow enough on track that if you're on the racing surface and you're moving slow enough, it will trigger a caution. So here we are, caution lap 2. Hopley, he will bring it back down to pick up the pace car on the back stretch. Field will be checking up behind him there. Well, I tell you, you get that adrenaline going right at the start of a race or any point in the race, tell you the truth, and all of a sudden have to, you know, dial it down a notch there, you know. Sometimes it's easier said than done. I mean, you're just ready to go in that anticipation. So here we are, first caution of the day. And it really wasn't that bad of a crash that I can see. Saw a lot of guys go spinning. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the replay here and see if we can see. There were some other things going on there. Now, there's Aldrich. Now, he's the number 51, and he's up there behind the 42 machine, Brian Dobert. And it looked like they kind of got together there a little bit. And the 51, he bounced off the wall, and that's kind of what's going to get that going there. And he got sideways. Now folks are just trying to avoid him, and didn't do too bad of a job. Whoever that lavender car is, he did a heck of a job there avoiding the 51. There's the 5 machine in the 42. They're spinning around. Didn't look like they came in contact with each other. So that was good for them there. And but yeah, it looks like pretty much just what turned out to be mostly a self spin. There might have been a couple of guys who might have still made some contact somewhere. Let's take it back live for you here. Now there are some folks on pit road. There's Brian Dobert. He's on pit road in the 42 machine. Now getting ready to head back on out. Travis Eccles making his way out. Let's see, and there's Jeff Carter. He's still on pit road. Of course, the 51 and Nathan Aldridge. And I don't know if he might have towed back because he's still sitting there. So yeah, he may be there for a while. If he had to tow in that track this size, that's going to take a minute. Oh, there he is. Okay, he must have just got back. I heard the engine start up. Okay, that's interesting. Boy, I tell you, if he didn't turn on his faster repair before he got back to the pits, he may be stuck there with mandatory or like required repair work. And boy, he'll be there for a good little while looking at the damage on that car. Okay, he's not as bad as we thought it would be. He's able to continue. Man, that front is really tore up though, and it'll be interesting to see if he can hold on. He's in the 22nd position on the tail end of the lead lap. So we'll see what happens here. There's your leader, John Hopley. And looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so they'll be going green next time around. It'll be lap number 5. Bob Johnson's coming down pit road one more time. Maybe he's on his way. Not sure what he did there. He did a drive-through or something. I don't know if it was for a penalty or it didn't look like he stopped or anything. And Aldridge, he's already up to speed, trying to get around and catch the field. He should be able to catch them before they get out of turn 4. But whether or not he'll have the aerodynamics to even hang on to the back of the pack remain to be seen. I almost don't think so. But I mean, he's got a lot of body work sticking up on that hood. And that is just like a daggone sail just catching the air. He's hustling on around the track here. It'll be lap 5 on the restart. The field getting ready to go into turn 3. He's making his way down the backstretch, getting caught up here. The leader's coming through turn 4. Now, he needs to get up there as close as he can before they go green because he doesn't want to have a whole lot of space between him and the leaders. There's Hopley. Pace car just going off now. We've got a green flag. We're racing once again here at Daytona. And they take off once again. Brian Kozad taking a look on the outside there. There's Kozlinski and Martin right behind them. Danny Foster back there as well. Hopley hanging on, still got his nose out front for the moment. Oh, and Kozlinski, he might have got into Hopley just a little bit. Boy, he had a wobble. He was able to save it. Oh my goodness, that was close there. Travis Kozlinski, he's still right there behind him. They may have touched just a little bit, and of course you saw Hopley go down below the apron, got that car upset, and we've got a new leader now, folks. Brian Kozad, followed by Craig Martin. Martin in that second spot, trying to hold on to that 87 car. He's got Hopley right behind him. Hopley seems to be none the worse for wear. Kozlinski right behind Hopley there. Craig Martin in that 22 car. We saw him running strong last week too. He got caught up in some wrecks, though, got some damage, and was probably one of the faster cars that, oh, we got a caution. Caution here on lap number 6. And, oh boy, I think there's a few cars involved here. Let's scroll back up, see if we can see who that was. Looked like it was Kyle Boone, Matthew Dunn. Let's see. Oh man, Danny Foster, he got caught up in that. And Kyle Boone, he's making his way down to pit road. Showing quite some heavy damage on that 38 car. Let's see who else. Matthew Dunn, I think he was involved. Where is his car? I don't even see him. There he is. He's still out there. The back of his car is missing. So, okay. So, Kyle Boone, the front of his car is missing, and the rear of Matthews is missing. So let's go here with Matthews, see if we can see what happened. Those two might have. Oh, let's run it back here just a little bit. We just got to right where it was getting good here, and we're going to slow it down. Okay, right there, I already see Danny Foster. He's already, I freezed it there for you, and Foster, he's right there. He got together. Can't see exactly who that is. That may have been where it actually started. And let's see as it goes by. That is the 83 and of Corey Boone. That might have been where the whole thing got started there. And of course, a bit of a chain reaction. There's the 8 car, Justin Lesher. Boy, I tell you, he's one of the guys right at the very top of the points there. And he did not need that at all. And a few other cars got involved. Let's take it back live here. These guys coming down pit road now. They're going to have to burn those faster pairs. There's Matthew Dunn. Who else is on pit road? Garrett Kaiser, he's down and away. Justin Lesher, he getting his tires on that 8 machine. Heading back out into the fray. Second caution here, only lap 8. That's a little bit out of a character for this league. They are not known to have too many cautions. They may have a couple, 2 or 3 per race. And here we are, caution number 2. And, I mean, you kind of know the big one's going to happen at a big track like this, but you almost wouldn't expect it that soon. Brian Kozad, he is still your leader. Craig Martin in that second position. John Hopley. Now, none of these guys pitted, including Travis Kwiecinski there in the 4th spot. Brian Dobert, he did pit on lap number 2 at first caution. And but right now, he might have stayed out for this one to get track position. Got himself in the top 5, followed by Matthew Chase, who also pitted on lap 2 for that first caution. And so he's in the 6th position. Bob Johnson running 7th. He has not pitted at all in either caution. So he probably, he gained some track position. Matter of fact, he moved up 8 spots. You can see on the relative screen there. He moved up 8 spots. Then we have at 9th, Garrett Kaiser. Kaiser actually lost a couple of positions. 9th, then we have Braxton Sponsler in the 10th position, showing him 11th at the moment. Their positions may be jockeying around a little bit. The cars are moving back and forth. As they move relative to each other, that positioning will change. So he's either 11th or 10th or so, or 12th. And don't see anybody else on pit road. Kozad, your leader. And it looks like it's neat. I think they have these quickie cautions on here, so you don't have to pace around a whole lot of time, because places like this, you don't want to have that car pacing around, 2-3 laps, 2.5 mile track, because that'll take forever. And that's a nice feature that they add to tire racing to get those caution laps to speed up here a little bit. So the pace car should be getting ready to pull off once again, and it'll be lap 10 on the restart. Kozad now getting her into gear, the gear he wants to be in. Looks like he's in that 2nd gear.
Green.
And we got the green, and he drops the gear. Let's watch him go up through the gears here. Up through 3rd. about 157, drop it into fourth gear there. Of course, it'll take a while to get that car wound up, a good full lap to finally get it wound up there. How about Craig Martin on the high side? He got a better start that time than Kozad, and boy, he just rockets right to the front. Craig Martin is now your new leader, and he's got Travis Kozlinski in tow. Kozlinski, you know he's on a mission. He has got to score maximum points each weekend to get himself back up into contention. Missing a couple of weeks, that can, he didn't have any choice, because of work and everything, but missing a couple of weeks, that can really hurt you in the points. And we've always seen Kozlinski have a good race. For him and Kozad, they're really going at it. John Hopley right there, he is still in the top 5. He might have got shaken out of the lead, but he is nowhere near out of this thing at all. Now those top 2, they're starting to break away just a little bit. Hopley's trying to keep in touch with them. He's about a couple of tenths of a second there. He's starting to draw Kozlinski back in there just a little bit. Don't want to get too much separation. And those 2 guys up front, I don't think they wouldn't be able to separate from the pack that much anyway, not at a super speedway. Saw Hopley's car bottom out there just a little bit, some sparks flying off the back there. Everybody's getting strung out pretty good this time around. Looks like Meacham is the only guy. I'm wondering what Meacham, he must have been damaged in one of those cautions, because he's showing 3 laps down. And he may have had to tow back or something, but bad news there for David Meacham. And so we'll have to see how he fares along there. And there's Danny Foster right next to him there. There's Brian Kozad, the 87 machine. He's now in the 6th position. Let's look a little further back. There's Matthew Chase in the 11th spot. And that 9 machine running on that high line there. He's right ahead of Stephen McComas, who's running 12th in that 70 car. Followed by Corey and Kyle Boone. Corey's there in the 13th spot. Kyle right behind him there, 14th. And Justin Lesher. Wow, look at Justin. Look at the 3.3 seconds. He has gotten himself separated from the pack. And boy, I mean, actually, okay, I thought he was there by himself at first, but he's in the second group of cars. And now, who knows, folks, this may be by design. These guys might have decided, you know what, we've had 2 cautions early on here. We're just going to pack up here and lay back for a while. And in case this happens again, because, some of the guys have already burned a fast repair. We don't have any more. So, we need to be cool for a while here and just roll along, because there's still a long ways to go. We're on lap 14 of, now it says 76. Now I thought they were scheduled for 60 laps, but I don't know why it's saying 76. Something might have changed. They might have changed the distance of the race. I don't know how that would even happen, but because I thought it was set when I looked at the session before it started. I thought it said 60 laps. The high could change to 76. I honestly don't know, but at any rate, these guys are kind of taking it easy there. Let's look back up the front there a little bit. There's Kozad in the 7th position. Brian Dobert, he's running 4th, having a good race there. Right behind Hopley. Hopley still in that 3rd spot. Started on pole. Still running right along with the leaders. Good to see him having a good race there. Hopley, he's not going to do anything stupid here. He knows they've got a long ways to go, and there's This is that point in the race where you have to show a little bit of patience. Two distinct packs now, and fortunately there are no stray cars out there at all. Let me see. Wait a minute, there may be one. I think that's David Meacham all the way back there in the 21st. No, maybe Nathan Aldridge. Is that who that is? Yeah, Nathan Aldridge. He's back there, no man's land, I would say. I think he was the guy that had to pit, and you know what? And he didn't get that repair work. He didn't use his fast repair. And I truly think that damage is just like an anchor just weighing him down. And probably didn't really want it, probably would have hated to use it like in the first few laps of the race. But, I mean, this is going to be the result if you just can't, if you don't have the aerodynamics to keep up. That's what's going to happen. Meanwhile, back up the front, Brian Dobert's still in that fourth spot. Still chasing John Hopley, Kraswinski, and your leader, Craig Martin. Martin managing to hold on there. Nobody's getting too racy at the moment. Everybody's pretty much staying in line. You don't see a whole lot going on there at all. Oh, look at Kraswinski get down below the line. Oh boy, they got a little shaken up there. Kraswinski, he got shook out to the 7th position. He's right there, right in front of Levi McFarland. And now Brian Dobert, he is now your leader. Is he going to be able to hold on? There's Brian Kozad working his way. And somebody just went sailing off into the track. Who was that? Justin Williams? Wow, look at that. He went down into the grass. He able to keep his foot in it, keep that car going in the right direction. And you know what? He got a little lucky there. He lost the first pack. He's going to get passed by these guys here, but he may have enough momentum. He'll be able to hopefully get behind these guys, and something's happening in front of them. And this might be another caution here. And I think I just saw McFarland. Oh man, Levi McFarland. He's got spun out there. No caution. We stay green. So Brian Dolbert, he's still your leader. Boy, things getting a little rough out there right now, and we're only we're not even a quarter way through the race just yet. So now Nathan Aldridge, he's not going to be the only one out there by himself. McFarland made it down the pit road. And there's John Hopley again. He's tangling with that apron. They coming out of 4. And, you know, I think somebody almost, there they go. There's the 22. Oh, bad news. I think that was Matthew Chase. And that's going to be another caution there. Boy, oh boy, Matthew Chase, his car is just tore up. And he's going to have to use a fast repair. Absolutely going to have to use a fast repair here. There's going to be no getting around that. So here we are, caution, third caution, lap 21. Gobert, now he's bringing them down, got to pick up the pace car. And while he's they're circling around that while he's going around trying to get the pace car. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break as they get themselves caught back up. Hey, you're watching the Eastern Central Racing Association round number 10 at Daytona International Speedway here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we are back, and the lights are still on the pace car. My bad, I thought they were about to go out. They'll probably get the one to go this time around. A lot of folks were on pit road, and they're making their way off of pit road now. There's Matthew Dunn. He is just getting back out there. Caution here on lap 23. Now we're showing Meacham and McFarlane 2 and 3 laps down respectively. We know that those are the two that are they're not really battling with each other right now because Meacham is 1 lap ahead of McFarlane. So it's the top 20 now that are actually on the lead lap. McFarlane, he is still on pit road. It doesn't sound like a lot's going on with that car. He's probably just trying to get it, trying to use just a manual repair, unless he already used this fast repair. And sometimes guys will sit there and they'll go ahead and sit and lose a few laps, and because they know it's still a very long race, and they could very well make up some of those positions if somebody catches a caution and gets wrecked and gets knocked out of the race. They can make up those spots. May not get back on the lead lap, but I can still gain some positions. Go from last place there to first place. Ryan Dobert. That's Corey Boone in the second position. Kyle Boone right now is showing third. Depends on how he may be actually fourth. It just depends on how they're lined up here. Yeah, it looks like he's actually in the third spot there. Anyway, Bob Johnson in the fourth position. Travis Kwiecinski showing fifth here at the moment. And John Hopley now in the sixth spot. Brian Kozad is seventh. And I believe Shane Christie might be the eighth position. They're jockeying around a little bit, showing seventh right now, but I think he's on that high line there. And there's a
green flag.
Green flag is out once again. Restart lap 25. Well, these guys got a nice little gap right there. Let's look a little further back in the pack here. That's where things have been happening. There's Justin Lesher right in the thick of it in that 8th position. Got the 7 of Shane Christie right in front of him. Christie showing a little bit of damage on that 7 car. Oh, big pileup behind them. We got another caution. More guys involved here. Oh, boy, look at Justin Williams up on his roof. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. We're not even showing him. And he obviously automatically had to tow back to the pits being on his roof like that. And you know what? Let's just go back a lap here. We're going to ride along with Justin, see how he got up on his roof like that. So they're making their way down here. So far, so good. Now, something either happened in front of him or he might have been right in the middle of whatever happened to bring out that caution. Something's getting ready to happen right around in here somewhere, folks. Let's slow it down here a little bit, go to his roof cam, see if we can see. Now, there's the 8 of Lesher. He's on the high side. Everything seems to be okay there. So far, so good. I don't see anybody getting into anybody at all. Not yet, anyway. There's Lesher on the high side. There's Justin Williams in 26 and the 7 there. Shane Christie. Oh, I think there it is right there. He got together with the 7, and that's what got it going. And he got up and almost got over right there. Now he's riding the wall big time, and now he gets over on his roof. He must have rolled. I wonder if he rolled down the track upside down because he's rolling along on his roof right there, folks. Everybody's going by to 22. He just did get by. And yeah, that's what happened. He got up on that wall and got turned over like a turtle on his back. And that is exactly where he ended up, right on his roof. And we can't get, okay, we lost our camera feed on that replay. Let's take it live here. And there he is on pit road. Let's go back to the live feed there. There we go. Corey Boone, is your leader here. Wow. 4th caution of the evening, lap 27. Let's see who's on pit road. There's Stephen McComas. Boy, that car is tore up. The whole nose is missing on that car. David Meacham, he's making his way down pit road. Bringing the 13 machine in. Justin Williams, I think he's one of the guys, and he was already on pit road. Well, Justin Williams was one in the caution there. Levi McFarland, he's one of the 2 guys that were a lap down. And you know, now Meacham has moved up to the 20th position. And let's see. So there's somebody else below him. Williams and McFarland 7 down. Justin Williams is now showing a lap down, and David Meacham actually is now in the 20th position, and he's only 1 lap down, so he'll be in the lucky dog position here. If they get another caution, he's not involved in it. He'll get that wave around, and just like that, be back on the lead lap. Now, you know, his hood looked like it still has a little bit of damage there. So it may be a long day for the 13 machine there. Front of the pack is now making their way into turn, out of turn 2, that is. Lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be lap 29 on the restart. their way down the back stretch here. From what I can see, I believe it's only 2 cars on pit road. That's Williams and McFarland. So of the cars that are running, Beecham is the only one that's not on the lead lap. There goes the pace car.
Green flag, green flag.
And there goes the green flag racing once again at Daytona, lap 29. Got a little spaced out there. There's Justin Lesher. He did get himself up to the 4th spot there. Good for him. Boy, he had he was back there, and these cautions have helped him out. Helped him to gain a little bit of track position here and there. So now he's back up in the running, right where he needs to be to maintain that championship lead. Boone continues to lead. Boy, look at Kyle Boone and Justin Lesher. They're going at it right here, boy. Lesher on the high side. Brian Kozad right behind him. They are not playing around. They're not waiting. We're not waiting till halfway. We're not waiting till 3/4. We're racing now. They make their way down into turn 1. Kozad is sticking with Lesher there on that high line. Lesher, boy, a lot of movement. Almost got together there with who is that? That light blue car. I think that was Kyle Boone. The 38? No, that's 38. That's Bob Johnson that we're looking at there. The 76 machine. You got Braxton Sponsler behind him in that Mustang. They rocket through turns 1 and 2. They're all spread out pretty good now. Nice big long train there. 2 distinct groups starting to form once again. I think about 11th position is where Craig Martin's leading the next group. He had been right up the front, but now he's back there. Now Martin, he pitted on lap 26. From the looks of it, pretty much everybody behind him did just about, except with maybe a couple of cars there. So there may be a little bit of strategy here as well. You know, if this thing starts to go green, you know, the fuel windows are going to be different for some of these folks who opted to stay out on some of these cautions. See how they're moving around there quite a bit. How about John Hopley? Boy, he's back there in the 9th position. He has lost 8 spots since the start of the race. Trying to hold on to stay in that top 10. Boy, I tell you, he's getting a run on Garrett Kaiser there. Couldn't quite make the pass though. He keeps pulling up to him into turns, and Kaiser keeps powering away. This time he's got to make that run. He's got a little bit of a run there, but not sure if he'll be able to make it stick as they get ready to go down towards turn 1. Kaiser looks to have the better line. Hopley, he is not giving up, boy, I tell you. And right behind him there's Craig Martin and his crew back there. They're racing along and they're seeing what's going on in front of them. They're watching those two battle. It's like, okay, you guys behave up there now. If something goes wrong in a hurry, you don't have a whole lot of time to respond or avoid in many cases. Now we have Corey Boone. He's has only a tenth of a second on Travis Kwiecinski. But Travis, he's definitely up there where he needs to be. He's in loving this right now, I'm sure. And he'd love to get in that first place position and maybe get a bonus point for leading a lap. But he knows this is where he has to be to achieve maximum points and claw his way back up the order in the point standings. Somebody's there on the high side got kind of shook out there a little bit. I want to see who was that. Couldn't see who that was. I think it might have been Kyle Boone. Yeah, he's on the high side there. He's losing position. He's back to the 10th spot there. Hopley's right behind him, and now he finally does manage to drop down to that inside line. Right in front of Matthew Dunn in that lavender car. Oh boy, the 7, Shane Christie, I saw him, he went down below the line on the backstretch there. But I tell you, if they mess around and get below that line and in those turns, we're going to see more cautions. Christie now trying to pull back up to the bumper of Dunn. Dunn running in that 11th position. This is, I believe, the legacy version of Daytona. You can tell it's a bit more bumpier, especially turns 3 and 4 there. Going up to within a tenth of a second. Hopley right behind them, hanging in there. Everybody's right in line. There's Braxton Sponsler in the 4th position. Bob Johnson is right behind Kwiecinski. Folks may have settled down here now, realizing, hey, we're not going to make it to the end of this thing. Oh, and do I see a green flag pit stop happening? Yes, I do. Corey Boone making his way down, and both Corey and Kyle coming in together. This may be by design here, folks. They're going to come down and, because, you got to have a dance partner. You can't get out there by yourself. So Corey Boone and Kyle Boone. There's Kyle. Oh, no, he overshot big time. He's going to have to hurry up and get out of there because Corey's going to need some drafting help. Oh, he's having all kinds of problems. Can't get lined up in his pit box. It is all going wrong for the 38, and he still can't get in there. And he finally gets his tires going. But all the while, Corey Boone, he is now back out on the racetrack already. Kyle is now just getting the left side tires on, about to go down the lap now. Of course, you knew that was going to happen during the green flag pit stop. But boy, Corey, he is out there by himself, and Kyle is like, Corey, he is now in the 18th position, going down the backstretch. And Kyle is back here just now coming. It looks like he's coming out of turn 2. And David Meacham, Boone, he went down a lap. Now, interesting, 83. Corey Boone, he hasn't gone down a lap yet. He's got the leader, who is Travis Kwinczynski, by the way. Has managed to get up to the front there. And he's got, I believe it's Corey Boone, about 2 seconds ahead of him. There he is up there. You see him ahead of Kwinczynski there. And of course, it's only a matter of time that he's going to get run down very quickly. And there they are, and there he is. You can see the leaders already starting to come into the picture. So it won't be long at all. They may catch him before the end of the next lap here. And not Corey, but Kyle is 33 seconds down the road. And they had a good plan to at least get so they could get out there and draft together, but everything went wrong in the pits, and they're going to probably remain separated as the field goes by, unless he has a little bit better pace. But I don't see how they're going to get back together there. And there's your leaders right there starting to close in. On the 83 of Corey Boone. Boone, he's getting to the high side so the leaders can go through. Bob Johnson now to that second position. Followed by Braxton Sponsler, Danny Foster in the 4th spot. How about Danny Foster? He had a little bit of bad luck earlier. Got caught up in one of those cautions there. And through subsequent cautions, and he's gained that track position and definitely in a good spot right here. As they make their way halfway through lap 43. And the race is ticking along here now. Cautions or no cautions. Travis Kwinczynski continues to lead. And Bob Johnson isn't exactly he's not getting too close to the 93. Now he's pulling up now a little bit. He may just be content to stay in that draft for the moment. Braxton Sponsler may not be so patient. Danny Foster, he's trying to hold on a little bit of a gap there. They're all spaced out pretty good. Brian Kozad's right there behind him in that 5th position. And we got the 22 Craig Martin still in the top 10, trying to get back up to the front once again. Brian Gobert, who's actually been having a pretty good day. He's been in that top 10 for a good portion of the day, currently running 7th. Shane Christie right behind him in the 8th position in that 7th car. There's Garrett Kaiser, and then the 11th car, Matthew Dunn. He's really pulling up to the bumper of Kaiser there. Just really laying off the throttle big time. And somebody's on pit road, and it is John Hopley. Green flag pit stop for the 99. He's going to get out before the leaders come around, but he is by himself. Well, I take that back. I thought he was exiting. He is just getting to his pit box. And, yeah, he's going to lose He's easily going to lose a lap here. Here come the leaders now. Getting ready to come down the start-finish sign lap. And there he is getting the left tires on. And there go the leaders. Boy, they just go flashing by. So, Hopley Hillby's now it's 3 cars 1 lap down. How about David Meacham? He's still in that lucky dog position. He flew right on past Hopley. They're showing 4 cars 1 lap down. And actually, tell you the truth, it's Boone, who is now the number 83. 83 of Corey Boone. He's actually now the lucky dog position. Of course, he did end up getting a lap. Zrinski continues to lead. Johnson, he is kind of just hanging in there, not making any real waves at the moment. Just kind of holding his position. Braxton Sponsor pretty much doing the same thing, I would say. Braxton, he's just hanging out there in that 3rd spot. Danny Foster right behind him in 4th. And then Brian Kozad, followed by Martin there in the 6th position. Brian Dobert 7th. Shane Christie in that 8th spot. Matthew Dunn, the 55 car, 9th. And Garrett Kaiser rounds out your top 10. Currently showing 16 cars on the lead lap. And we're now at lap 49 of 76. So we are definitely getting on down the road here. Like I said before, I think Johnson's very patient right now. He is not doing anything to rock the boat whatsoever. He is just making sure he's staying on the tail of that 93. Maybe trying to save his equipment as much as he possibly can. Save those tires as much as he can. Of course, they have unlimited tires, so, that wouldn't be an issue unless you're in a situation where you would lose so much track position from pitting that, it's not like a 1.5 mile track where you can kind of just, work your way through the field. Not when it comes to doing all this drafting and everything. And there's a little bit of a gap starting to form between Sponsler and Foster there. Foster losing a little bit of a contact with the 27. And just as I say that, he pulls right back up to him. Can't get away from anybody too much on these plate tracks with the drafting the way it is. But everybody definitely seems to have settled down quite a bit. See Jeff Carter making a green flag pit stop there for the 5. And he may not have a choice, but boy, I tell you, really have to roll the dice here. Coming in, by yourself. And he does stop in time. He doesn't overshoot. Left side's getting on. Trying to hurry up and get out of there as quickly as he can. He's down and away. And boy, just as he leaves, and that's going to help him a little bit. Oh, no! Kraswinski got a little help there. Oh, and a little bit of tangling on pit road. Brian Dobert, who is that? Bob Johnson. He got into the back of Kraswinski. Let's roll that on back here, because I believe that's where that started there. It was either him. Let's see. Here they come down, and I mean that's not going to bring out a caution or anything. But boy, I tell you, actually, I think it was who was that? That was Braxton Sponsler actually got into Kraswinski, and then he tagged Johnson. Kraswinski, he managed to just continue on down pit road. Might have had a little bit of damage there. Still on pit road. Oh my goodness. Kraswinski is now down to the 15th spot. Of course, it is a green flag pit stop. And I wonder if he got a speeding penalty or something. That may be what it is too. That little bump. He might have been trying to get slowed down. And when the way they hit him, probably kept him up faster than he wanted to be. He might have actually got a speeding penalty. So now Kraswinski's a lap down. I tell you, if it wasn't for bad luck, he wouldn't have no luck at all, folks. Matthew Chase is your current leader. We're only showing 13 cars on the lead lap. And let's see. Meacham there is running there with him, but Meacham, he's in the 14th spot, and he's actually on the lead lap right now. They're all coming down. Boy, look at them getting together, coming down pit road. Was that I'm not sure who that was that went into the grass. No, that wasn't Shane Christie. It was somebody else. It might have been, no, what Matthew Dunn. I thought it was a car, had a similar color than that, but they're still out on track. Travis Eccles is now your leader here at the moment. He pitted last time on lap 26. 22 laps remaining. And I believe they're running 75% fuel. So can he go 22 laps? Boy, wouldn't that be the upset of the day? Because Travis, now just as I say that, he comes on in. He knew he was going to have to stop. And fortunately, nobody's behind him. He's not piled up with anybody to get down on pit road. That'll hand the lead to Danny Foster. Now, Foster, he pitted. Him and Kozad and Christie all pitted on lap 52. So they should be in a little bit better shape. Who knows? They may be able to go to the end. You never know. So what a somewhat strange turn of events here. Corey Boone, he's in the 5th spot. You can see how far back they are from the lead pack there. The whole field is kind of just gotten spread out all over the place here. Not from an actual caution, but from looks like a bit of calamity on pit road and just breaking up the timing. You know, when you come down pit road, everything has to just go by the numbers. And I mean, there just can't be any delay. You know, 1 or 2 seconds is like 1 or 2 minutes. And you just can't have any problems on pit road. And some of the stuff we saw, guys spinning and might have been some pit road speeding violations. And look at the field. Look at the track map. I mean, those cars are spread out all around the track now. It's all about your leaders. They're right there. And who is that in front of? That's McComas, who's missing the nose on his car. That's Stephen McComas. He's out there in no man's land by himself. And he should be he'll be getting swallowed up fairly quickly by Shane Christie. He's only a second behind here at the moment. He's even got a slightly bit of damage on his rear spoiler there himself. Danny Foster in that 2nd position. I think Foster's also showing a little bit of damage. Yep, he's got damage as well. How about Brian Kozad? Let's check him out. This car is looking pretty clean. He's got damage on the left rear of his car. But it's not to the point where they can't race, though. definitely able to hang in there with Christie and Foster. Now 19 laps remaining. And it's like a three-horse race here at the moment. Fourth place, Corey Boone. You know, he's got Garrett Kaiser and Matthew Dunn behind him. But they've got a ways to go. They've got like about 4 seconds, I believe, between them and the leaders. Or maybe about two or so. Now 18 laps remaining. Craig Martin, he is still on pit road. Oh man, talk about things going wrong. Levi McFarland, he's not showing his putting the car behind the wall, but he is just now. So Williams has retired. Justin Williams has indeed retired his car. But boy, McFarland, he has been there. I don't know. I guess it was even his engine's running. He is trying desperately to get back into this race, and just if anything to finish the race, which I can respect that. You know, no matter how far down you are, you just want to finish that sucker. You know. There's Shane Christie. Here's now your leader, and he's ahead of Danny Foster, Brian Kozad there. Corey Boone now back to the 4th position and lost pace with the lead group as well. You got Garrett Kaiser there for company and Matthew Dunn in that 55 machine. But Shane Christie now is your leader, and these 4 up the front. Christie, Danny Foster in the 2nd position, Brian Kozad 3rd, and Corey Boone in the 4th spot. Well, Boone, he's actually about 0.8 of a second. That must be a lap car. Yeah, that's McComas that was behind the top 3 there. That Kozad, he's in 3rd. And then you've got McComas. Wow, look at McComas hanging on with the front of nose on that car. The nose just gone. That Joker machine, and he is some kind of way he's managing to hold on in the draft with those top 3. That's pretty remarkable there. I can't believe he's doing that. There's Boone. Oh, he popped out. He's blinking there a little bit. You know, that can be an uncomfortable thing for the other drivers to have to deal with. Make things very uncomfortable. Not knowing where that guy is. Hopefully it'll settle down for him. Now 15 laps remaining. Christie, he's continuing to lead. Danny Foster in a very good position here. Christie and Foster are not 2 of the cars you have tended to see up the front. Brian Kozad is one of the front runners that you've seen on more than one occasion. But I tell you, you know, like they say, on any given Sunday, and that holds true for any sport, you give a guy a chance, be in the right place at the right time. I mean, it's not over yet. 14 laps remaining, but I tell you, those guys at the front, you know they're going to make the most of that. And boy, this pack is starting to tighten up now. There's Matthew Dunn. That second group has caught that first group, and well, I tell you, it's not going to be a 3-horse race anymore. McComas, he might be a little bit of a problem now. He's got guys with a lot of tempo, a lot of pace there. Somebody eventually might try to make a move around him, maybe on the high side. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to stay tucked in as much as he can. I'm referring to McComas there. who's kind of stuck in amongst those leaders. Boy, look at Matthew Dunn all over him there. Trying his best to get around the 70 machine. Across the line, it is now 12 laps remaining. Corey Boone now on pit road, so he is broken away from that group. Of course, pitting by himself won't help the situation for him at all. Everybody in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the top 5 have all pitted on lap 52. And if you look in the description of the video, there's a link there for live timing and scoring. You can pull that up and you can see a lot of the information that I'm looking at. Show you who's pitted, how many times they pitted, what lap they pit on, the last time they pitted, and all sorts of cool information like that. And one more feature we love to bring to you here on Rice Motorsports TV. Kyle Boone. Oh, you know what? Oh, man. Kyle Boone is he is going to be ticked off at his pit crew after today's race. Or either they're going to be ticked off at him because he just cannot find his box today. It's hard. Every time he comes in there, he's trying his best to get in as quickly as possible, but he does overshoot. And doesn't appear to have any damage. But boy, he's just having rotten luck here today. And he re-enters the race 18th position, 1 lap down. About 5 cars 1 lap down. And boy, there they are right there. Shane Christie. I think that might have been Hopley went by past Boone there as he was exiting the pits. But Shane Christie continues to lead, 10 laps remaining. Foster in that second spot. Brian Kozat third. Matthew Dunn fourth. They can see a group of cars down there in front of them as well. Now, what's going to happen if they catch that pack? That would be very interesting getting toward the end of this race here. Of course, if something were to happen to this group, they're so isolated by themselves on the track, it wouldn't hardly affect anybody else on track. So having these 2 separate groups, it's not really 2 separate groups. They're kind of spaced out into multiple ones actually, but by them being spaced out the way they are, if there were to be another caution, somebody's probably going to survive that otherwise wouldn't. Okay, and give a shout out to the folks in the chat. I hadn't seen anybody in the chat for a while, and just now looked down and seeing some different information here. Matthew Dunn, apparently that's not the paint job that he's supposed to be running, and we're gonna try to do a live refresh here. Like now, look at that, folks, all white cars. But what that is the software called Trading Paints, and that's where it allows the drivers to see, and share paint jobs. And as one by one, they'll all get reloaded here. We're going to stay with Matthew and see if his car indeed changes to another paint job or whether or not it's going to stay what it was before. Sometimes it'll take a lap or two, probably because there's so many cars on track. Just about everybody else has finished reloading, and yeah, unfortunately, Matthew, yeah, it's still that lavender color, so just have to live with it for tonight. And hey, if it's making the car fast, just run with it. And he's running in that 4th spot too. Him Kozad Foster not making a move on Christie whatsoever. 7 laps remaining. Shane Christie continues to lead this race. There's maybe about a quarter of the field in tow behind him. There's Brian Dobert. He enjoyed running up the front there for a little while. He's currently chasing Matthew Chase. David Meacham's right behind him, but that's not for position. Meacham's at 17th position, 1 lap down. Chase running in that 6th spot. They're quite a ways back now. They're like 2 seconds back from your leader, Shane Christie. 5 laps remaining. Is Christie going to be able to do anything to hold on and keep those guys behind him? You know, he's leading, but, you know, in some ways he's a little bit of a sitting duck. If someone decides to team up on him and get a run on him on the high line, they haven't seen a whole lot of folks running up there, so it isn't like they really worked in a high line out there today. So you got to kind of wonder if somebody moves up high, you know, are they going to have the grip up there? Are they going to have the pace that they need? Christie trying to put a little gap between them. Oh, no.
The yellow flag
Things got a little easier. And remember what I said, folks, here, caution here with 5 to go, and the field was spread out the way it was. Oh, boy. Christie's still your leader. Now 4 to go as he crosses the line, and he'll have to pick up the pace car. Oh, boy, oh, boy. This is going to get interesting here. Let's see. Boy, where do we... Looks like it was Matthew Dunn pretty much... Where is Matthew? There he is. Oh, man, his car is smoking. If he hopefully he has a faster pair that he can use, and he's going to have to use it to try to continue on. Oh, boy, let's go and see what happened to Matthew here on the replay. There's Dunn right there. Okay, something was already happening in front of him. Oh, the 50 of Foster. I'm thinking Foster, let's run that back a little bit here. I think Foster might have caught some apron, or he might have had some help here. There's Kozad. He's right behind Foster. And, okay, Foster kind of came down on Kozad there. He was not clear. And unfortunately, that's what got him going around. And then he spun around and went back up the track. And now that's just as bad. Oh, man, Dunn. Man, he went up on his roof the same way, I think, who was it, Williams did, and but he landed on all 4s. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not good for any of those guys right there. Let's take it back alive here. Dunn, he's now, you know, he's trying to make it around, and I think he might have lost. Yeah, he lost his motor because pit road wasn't open. He was smoking when he went by the last time. He was going to have to try to see if he could make it back to the pits, and unfortunately his engine let go on him, so day is over for Matthew Dunn. Tough break there for the 55 machine. So here we go. Three laps remaining. And I believe we'll get the one to go this time around when they cross the line. I doubt very seriously anybody's coming in. Let's see what happens here. Right now it's Christie, Kozad, Chase, Dobert, and Foster, your top five, followed by Carter, Aldrich, Eccles, Lesher, and Chris Winsky, rounding out your top 10. Justin Lesher, he's opting to come down pit road. So you know what? I'm going to get a fresh set of tires and just go for it. See what I can pick up here. Basically, it's going to be like a green-white checker. He gets his work done. The rest of the pack is getting ready to come out of turn 2. Lights are off on the pace car. Lesher is still on pace on pit road. Now he's away. You have almost half a lap to go catch up to the group before they go green for possibly the last time here. Quickly making his way down the backstretch. And they're in the middle of 3 and 4. In fact, they're kind of really making their way out of turn 4. Okay, folks, hang on. Here we go. Pace car getting ready to come in here. It'll be 2 to go when the green flag drops once again. Pace car shoots down the pit road.
Green flag.
Here comes that green. We're racing possibly for the final time here. Everybody gets going once again. Christie doing his best to hold on for a couple of laps. They'll be getting the white flag next time around, folks. Look at Brian Kozad. He's got a nose ahead. He decided, yep, that hot line's working just fine. They were just biding their time. Like I said, Christie was a little bit of a sitting duck. There's Matthew Chase. Oh, and all heck's breaking loose behind them. Oh, my goodness. There's everybody going. Oh, another, like that might classify sort of as the big one there. Oh, man. Christie, he's one of the ones tore up. Let's see, Braxton Sponsler missing his nose there. Bob Johnson on smoke. He's smoking there. Corey Boone. More damage there for the 83 car from the looks of it. Looks like he's kind of running sideways. I said Justin Lesher, he might have survived that. He came in with that late pit stop, so this will be a green-white checker here. Car seems to be okay. Currently in the 8th position. Let's go back here with Brian Dobert. That might have been what happened here. Let's slow it down here. Oh yeah, something happened there, and Dobert got the little. I don't know if he had some help or not. Let's run it back here a little bit and see what we can see. Let's slow it down. Let's check his rear bumper. Okay, he's on the high side. I believe that's the 72 on his inside there. Oh, and there's just no room. No room whatsoever. 42, I'm sorry, that was the 42. There's Dobert right there. And yeah, just more, oh boy, you can see more cars just getting caught up there. There's Krzyzewski. He kind of made it through there. Wow, look at that. Let's run that back, because that's he probably needed that. That was some good luck there. We're riding along here. And And then things, oh boy, things are going wrong right there. He's probably thinking, oh, I'm about to get caught in something. Keeps his foot in it. He does get into the 76 a bit. He managed to avoid, who was that? Was that Levi McFarland? That, I'm not sure. I thought Levi was on pit road, but he just about got through there unscathed. And from the looks of it, let's take it live here. Justin Lesher in the 8th position. Brian Kozad, now your leader. Matthew Chase is in the 2nd position. Travis Eccles 3rd. He also got lucky. I think he was real close to all of that, I believe. Then Jeff Carter, 4th position. Danny Foster, still in your top 5 in the 5th spot. And Nathan Aldrich, and in the 6th position. How about Nathan Aldrich? He was in, I believe he was in caution number 1, I believe. And that car is still messed up. And how about that? He is on the lead lap in the top 10. Like I said, folks, it ain't never over till it's over. And here he is. Now, whether he's got a shot to really get up there with the leaders or not, I wouldn't think so. But, you know, hey, what do I know? Crazier things have happened, folks. And you know what? He may not want to be up at the front because if something happens, he may be in just the right spot to be in to take this whole thing here. Travis Kuzminski there in that 7th position. And Justin Lesher, like we said, 8th. Garrett Kaiser, 9th. Brian Dobert rounds out your top 10 in that 42 car. Braxton sponsors 11. Kyle Boone is in the 12th spot. We're showing 14 cars on the lead lap. It looks like the 83, Corey Boone has retired the 83 car. David Meacham, he remains the lucky dog. Somebody else must have been ahead of him. I think somebody was ahead of him, but now he is in the lucky dog position. And I believe they have 2 opportunities for green-white checker. I believe this will be the first one. If it doesn't go this time, and if something happens and he's not involved in, he'd get to come around onto that lead lap. So, boy, I tell you. Coming right down to the wire here. We'll see what kind of a restart Kozad can get, making their way out of turn 4. Pace car goes in. Green flag comes out. We're racing. First attempt here to green-white checker, 1 of 2. Kozad, he gets away. I think that was Foster down on the apron I saw there. Foster, he's back now to the 10th position. Travis Eccles, he's right there running in the 3rd spot. They're going to get the white flag next time they come across the line here. Boy, if somebody's hungry for a win, it is Travis Eccles. Now he's back there, 5th, 6th. Justin Lesher on the high side. I think that, who is that? Chris Rinsky got in front of him there. They're coming down to the line. Brian Kozad, he's going to lead them to the line. The white flag is going to come out as they cross the stripe. Here we go, folks. This is it. Brian Kozad, Matthew Chase in that 2nd position. And boy, look, they're door to door behind them. Chris Rinsky there battling with Jeff Carter, Travis Eccles, and Justin Lesher. And those 2 up front say, hey, you have at it, boys. And we'll just try to see if we can stay clear of you guys. Tight pack going down the backstretch here. Nathan Aldrich, that 51, managed to make it back up inside the top 10. He's going to watch what happens as they come. Does anybody get together? Doesn't look like it. Look like they'll all make it to the line. And Brian Kozad will be the one leading the way. Checkered flag is in the air for the number 87 Brian Kozad will be your winner here tonight at Daytona. Brian Kozad, your winner here tonight. Boy, you know he's got to be a happy camper tonight, folks. As he goes for a spin through the grass. While he's celebrating, we're going to go get your top three up here into the victory circle here. Looks like Kozad and Chase are already there. We just got to find Jeff Carter, see if he's even in the chat here. Take a look here and see. I don't see him in here, so let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff Carter. He's already in victory lane, so we got our top three there. Let's head on down there with him. Hey, folks.
But it was close.
Hey, guys. Hey, folks. We're here with your top three. Brian Kozad, Matthew Chase, and Jeff Carter. Hey, Brian, you got a copy?
I do.
Hey, man, I tell you, man, that was what a finish, man. I tell you guys, you didn't know what was going to happen throughout that race. You managed to keep that thing out of trouble, man. Congratulations. And had a nice little opportunity and made it happen at the end. Congratulations on the victory.
Yeah, thank you. It was a crazy race. I couldn't have do it without Matthew Chase and my new team, the Shell Shockers. We was able to work together, work out strategies. Chase helped push me, get me into position to win, so I couldn't have done it without him. Happy to finish first, because the past 3 weeks I finished second.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, yeah. Always a bridesmaid and never a bride, but now it's your turn, man. Congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to you for doing an amazing broadcast and anybody watching at home.
10-4, man. Congratulations. I know you'll be fired up. Try to make it a number 2 next week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Matthew, you got a copy?
10-4, buddy.
Yeah, man. Like you said, teamwork makes the dream work, huh? Good job, man. You guys finishing 1-2 there.
Yeah, absolutely. We started the second to last restart. We were second and third. We had talked about having him drop in behind Christie and then having me push him and make a run on the last lap there. But we got a good run on the restart. I was able to jump up on the high line, push him out in front, and then we had the caution right after that. And then teamwork right at the beginning of that restart, that last one. Push him to the finish.
And that was interesting because it seemed to me like you didn't see a whole lot of guys really running that high line all day. I was wondering how that was going to work for you guys once you went up there, because it didn't seem like they were working it in there that much. But once you decided to go, you guys just blew by the 7 on one of those restarts there.
Yeah, having that run, I had the draft off of him, and then once that hole opened up on the top, I just jumped up there, pushed Kozad, and rest is history, man. And to do it here at Daytona with the race that my team sponsored, we're the part of the Wolfpack Esports crew. So to have that sponsor, be the sponsor of the race, win and get second. I mean, we almost had a 1-2-3 with Travis Kraswinski, and we had Jeff behind us. He broke it up, but hey, it was a good finish all around for Shell Shocker. So. Okay,
that's okay. I wish I had known. I didn't know that they were the sponsor for today's race, and I would have announced it as such. And I'm sorry, who was that again? The sponsor?
It was the Wolfpack Esports.
Wolfpack Esports. Okay? Didn't they sponsor another race earlier in the season?
No, this is the first one.
This was the first one. Okay, because I might have. Cause I know somebody had told me about it. Now that may be on me, and I might have been thinking it was another race, and I didn't put it in there. So my apologies to Wolfpack Esports. But yeah, like you said, great opportunity for the team to also be victorious, in the sponsored race, man. Congratulations, guys. And we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Jeff, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, I tell you, boy, man, I got your driver photo in there right on time. I know you sent it in last week. Said, hey, man, can you use this right here? Yep. It's like, yeah, because I'm gonna need to make an appearance in Victory Lane. I need to look good here. But
Yes, sir.
congratulations, man, and getting up there for that third place finish.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, how was the race for you today?
Well, I got involved in a crash on lap 1. I had to use my fast repair early.
Man,
So after that, I decided I was going to hang back and just let them battle it out till the end. We got a lucky caution, so I got up there, and at the end, I was just trying to keep her straight.
I tell you, that can that be a little nerve wracking or just worrisome knowing that you used that fast repair at the very beginning of the race, knowing that man, this is going to be a long one here.
Absolutely was. That's why I tried to stay back and then let anything happen in front of me. That hopefully I'd have enough time to slow down. It worked out.
Absolutely. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Well, I want to thank the guys here at the league because it's only my second race, so I appreciate them having me here, and hopefully we can get a lot more.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, folks. Well, that will do it for us here tonight, and let's go ahead and bring up the finishing order here. And as you see there, Brian Kozad is your winner. In second position there, Matthew Chase, Jeff Carter third, Travis Kwaswinski fourth, Travis Eccles fifth, Garrett Kaiser sixth, Justin Lester seventh, Nathan Aldrich eighth, Brian Dobert ninth, and Kyle Boone rounds out the top 10, followed by Danny Foster 11th, Braxton Sponsler 12th, David Meacham 13th, Stephen McComas 14th, Corey Boone 15th, Bob Johnson 16th, Shane Christie in the 17th position, John Hopley 18th, 19th spot is Matthew Dunn, 20th Craig Martin, Levi McFarland 21st, and Justin Williams is in the 22nd position. And as always, we thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell. And for all of us here, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.